On this episode of the vlog, we're going to talk about microwavable food, drones, and my impression of the Punisher. Stay tuned. Thank you for tuning into the vlog. Make sure you like and subscribe my video and hit the little notification bell so that YouTube tells you when I post these videos, which will be every Friday at 12 Standard Eastern Time. Let's get into it. So this week I went ahead and got all of my study material for my drone test. And let me tell you, it is difficult. There's about 455 questions that you have to know. And there's a lot of stuff in there that you would not think you would need to know in order to get this license. Initially, my first thoughts were, why do I need to know this? Why do I need to know how to read aerial maps or pilot maps, whatever you want to call them, VFR maps? Like, why do I need to know this? Why do I need to know how tall cell phone towers are or elevation? Like, I'm just trying to fly my drone so that I can take videos and pictures of houses in the air. Well, let me tell you the reason. It makes perfect sense. What if the house that you're about to video or take pictures of with your drone is in restricted airspace? Do you want the police showing up and picking you up for flying somewhere that you're not supposed to be flying? Or what if you're doing an inspection on a cell phone tower and you can fly up to 400 feet above said tower and you're flying into airspace? I mean, you can cause an emergency. So, I mean, these are just good things to know. So knowing that, I can see where the client wants me to go. I can look on the map exactly the coordinates of this house to see the airspace in that area and whether or not I can do it. Makes perfect sense. And then there's some other stuff in there talking about like different physics questions and just different ways for you to protect yourself so that you don't get into a situation where you lose your drone, you hurt somebody, you cause an accident in the air or anything of the sort. And it also tells you the laws that apply when you're flying a drone commercially. Now, I know that my DJI Spark is not the biggest drone. Here's the drone. I mean, as you can see, my hand is a little bigger than it. So if you're flying near an airport or something like that in restricted airspace, and an airplane is flying by, they will never see this, and you're gonna strike an aircraft and quite possibly do serious damage to that aircraft, and it can crash. That's the worst case scenario, and you could potentially kill a bunch of people because they will never see that drone ever. This test is difficult. I thought I can just do this, just do the questions over and over again. No. I've been checking out different YouTube videos to learn how to read the maps, to learn different strategies for this test, and it's helped me a lot. I've grown a lot in my understanding in the last couple days. So hopefully pretty soon I'll go ahead and take that test. I will keep you guys updated on everything that has to do with that. As you can see, I am not in my normal room. I am on location. I had to go do a training for my main job, so I am not in my home for a couple weeks, which is fine. It is what it is. It's a little stressful. It costs a little more money because like I'm in a hotel room with no kitchen, and I don't really like that. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy cooking. I like home cooked meals. It's so much cheaper to do that. And my job, they do give me extra money for being out and about because they understand that it costs extra money. But still, like, I don't feel great because of the food that I'm eating. I'm not used to eating all this microwavable stuff because that's all I have here is a microwave and a mini fridge. So I have to eat pretty much garbage. I have to eat stuff that I don't normally eat. About the healthiest thing I've found to eat are these things here, the power bowls. Also, there's like these fit meals that I found. They're actually pretty good. They're really good. Most of them are gluten-free. Some of them, I think I grabbed one with barley. I didn't know barley had gluten in it, so I got to deal with that now. But for the most part, they're pretty tasty. but the sodium is so high. Like, I just feel, I don't know, I don't think bloated is a good word, but like I'm retaining water a lot because of all the sodium. I really wish like they put me up in a place that had at least a small kitchen with like a cooktop, not a full stove or with oven, but at least a cooktop. That would have been great. Because you know, really there's no good food that you can get from a microwave. There's just not. Business stuff, what's going on with Irving Hill Designs? Luckily, I can run my business anywhere I go. You know, it's one of the best benefits of having an internet business. And I'm managing everything. I started some Facebook ads, and those seem to be doing pretty well. I'm only a few days in, and I'm learning how to apply Facebook dynamic ads for real estate agents. So pretty much what would happen is if you go to the website and then you went somewhere else, let's say Facebook, if you went from my realtor's website to Facebook, you're gonna see listings and they're gonna be on the right hand side. So I'm in the process of currently figuring out exactly how that works, what's gonna be the cost of that, how to set it up for success. And there's a lot of work that needs to be put into that. So there's some billing. I gotta figure out how much to charge for that. And overall, like, I feel good about everything that I'm learning. My brain feels good. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you know that recently I found out that I am at the heaviest that I've ever been. And that's 190 pounds. So since I've been here and I've been away, I've been hitting the gym hard every single day. Today I did a 45-minute spin class, which if you've never done spinning, it is rough. So with all that exercise, I feel mentally alert. I feel good. I don't feel very fatigued, which for those of you that are doing a side hustle in addition to your main job, that happens, and it's really easy because you're constantly thinking about two different things, and they're like, it's all jumbled up. But for the most part, like, my brain feels good. I'm pretty cognizant of everything, and I'm trying to be more present, which is difficult for me since I'm always thinking ahead, thinking about the future. But while I'm here, like, I'm feeling pretty good. My client can still get a hold of me, and I can still do all of my work, no problems. And not only that, but I can also add a little more focus. I love my family. They're great. However, you know, when I'm home, I'm not just a small business owner. I'm also a dad. I'm also a husband. I'm also a dog owner. And I have responsibilities. With all that taken away, you know, I can do a little more focus. So I'm gonna try and push myself to be, you know, ahead, really far ahead. So that way when I'm doing other stuff in my normal setting, you know, when I have these other roles, that I don't let it just inundate me and just like I'm getting behind, any of that. And it's gonna be good. There's gonna be some good content coming out of this. I got a new LinkedIn article talking about traveling. I got another one talking about my first 6 months at doing this, at owning Irving Hill Designs. My highs, my lows, and just everything that's a part of it. Everything that's, you know, being a small business owner. And, you know, I'm getting really good responses on it. I'm actually growing pretty good on LinkedIn. It feels good to have that validation from the community. I started talking about design. I started, you know, pushing out more learning, more value. And I can see the return. I'm being myself, being 100% authentically myself, and that's something that is coming across. People, you know, I got one comment that says, hey, like, from reading this, I feel like I've known you for years. And, you know, that's a really good comment. I'm building brand, and hopefully in the future, I will be able to go ahead and no matter what, my business will survive. My business will survive when times are hard. My business will survive when people don't have that much money, but they know that every dollar that they have, they need to put it into marketing, and that dollar needs to work like $10. And that's just how it is. And now it's time for things that I like and things that I hate. Let's start off with some things that I like. spin class. I've been doing spin class this week, and I didn't think it was so brutal. Like, I'm just sweating my butt off, but it's a good workout. You're burning a lot of calories, and like, I feel really good afterwards. You're gonna have jelly legs for a couple hours. I've done it 4 days this week, so my legs are definitely just absolutely just beat up. But if you're looking to lose some weight and do it in a fun way, I mean, you can't go wrong with the spin class. I highly suggest it. Go ahead, go to your local gym, sign up for a class today, or go on Amazon, buy a spin bike. I'll go ahead and post the one that I've been using below. Go ahead and try it. It's great. It's a great way to lose weight. It's fun. I highly suggest it. Another thing that I really enjoy and like, the last season of The Punisher on Netflix. If you haven't watched The Punisher, I highly suggest it. It is extremely violent, I will say that, but it is The Punisher. That's what you suspect, or it is The Punisher. It's what you'd expect it to be. It's a fantastic show. If you remember Shane, I think his name is Shane, from The Walking Dead, he's The Punisher, and he's fantastic. He's a great actor. Highly suggest the show. I'll go ahead and put the trailer for the show below. Now for some things that I hate. People, learn how to drive. Learn how to use your blinkers. Learn how to just not be a crazy person. Being in a different area, it shows me just like the lack of humanity when people get behind a vehicle. Like, it's insanity. Just people are so selfish, and like, just stop it. We all got somewhere to be. We all want to get there safely. Like, don't cut people off, don't honk, don't start throwing the bird or cussing anybody out. Come on, let's get it together. Stop with the road rage, okay? Another thing that I hate, like, have you ever met somebody and they just ooze this like aura of being a loser? Like, you just see them and like everything about their demeanor is just a defeated human being. I have somebody like that in my class, and I know it shouldn't make me mad, but it does, and I don't know why. I'm trying to talk to this guy. I'm trying to be uplifting. I'm trying to just, make him feel that, life isn't that bad. But he's just one of these people that's always defeated, and just for the most part in his life, everybody around him is just a bunch of losers. I can't put it any other way. I can't think of it. So I want to encourage all of you, if you have people like that in your life, they're bringing you down. Please, I know it sounds harsh, but just cut them out. If they're your best friend from kindergarten, just go ahead and just cut them off. If you see them, be nice, be cordial. But if you want to get to a better place in your life, you need to go ahead and find successful people. The only way for you to be successful, to learn successful lessons, is to be surrounded by successful people. That's the only way. If you want to learn how to play baseball, you need to hang out with baseball players. If you want to learn how to play Halo very well, you need to have a group of friends that they're all good at Halo. That's the only way to do it. You can't just expect to have this great and amazing life and be surrounded by horrible people. And I mean that, not that they're like horrible in like a bad or an evil way, but just like they're bringing you down. Don't let anybody bring you down. Like, just cut those people out, and if you need to be a hermit for a couple years, like, just do that. Focus on yourself, focus on your goals, and just go get it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead, make sure you like and subscribe the video, share it with your friends, hit the little notification bell so that YouTube tells you when I post these videos, which should be every Friday at 12 Standard Eastern Time. Thanks, and have a great rest of your week.